My name is Deborah Guthrie. I am the Meridian Township Clerk. I am one of 7 board members who makes decisions for the community. That includes working with CATA on expanding the bus service route in Meridian Township and making sure that the residents in Meridian Township are taken care of. My top priority is making sure that voters are not disenfranchised and making sure that voters are getting to where they need to go. So the voting access component of voters being able to either get to their polling location 9 days with the 9 days of early voting, get to their polling location on election day, and then you have other options where they can vote from home. But if they choose not to vote from home, it's very important that voters have the opportunity to be able to call CATA or to have a bus route within access of where they live to get on the CATA bus system to go vote. And I've always thought that when I first found out that CATA provided free rides on election day, I thought that was glorious. I think that's a really good thing, and I've tried to spread that word out as much as possible to people. So when Meridian Township looked at moving polling locations out of the school districts, which was a huge concern for the superintendents, I called CATA and said, hey, can we get CATA bus service free for voters on election day to these new polling locations? And CATA said yes. And the unique thing about that is that we're working in partnership together to make sure that the community is taken care of. I see this almost every day in my neighborhood because one of our neighbors uses the Spectran system. And it's not just CATA coming up to their house and sitting and waiting for the riders to come out. It's CATA coming out of the bus. It's who's ever driving the bus that day, coming out, going up to their garage, helping them into the bus. And I think that's what Meridian Township is about too, is about helping the residents in our community. I think what sparked me asking the question about getting a shelter was becoming a township board member and seeing that something needed to be done. And it seems so simple and it seems so small in all the grand scheme of things, but it's vitally important that everybody has an equitable means of transportation, and that if that includes being at a bus stop to pay your taxes and to go to a township board meeting or work or anything, then they should have shelter. And I just was super appreciative that CATA said, yeah, they should have shelter. I think when you see a need in the community, like the bus shelter at the municipal building and the bus stops at Marketplace, getting people to where they need to go and being able to pay your taxes is pretty important, and being able to vote. So seeing a need where we can service residents better, I think is something that the township does very well with CATA.